So when they're using this platform, how much from 5 years ago to now does it look the same, like visually, if you're looking at the screen? How much has it evolved?
Oh, significantly. We're continually developing it. We have a task board of hundreds of additions that are on deck to be added to Paradigm. So there's been huge gains since over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Look, no sooner than you've delivered something that somebody asked for,
Yep.
the goalposts move, right? And,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's great, but could we have this as well? And an example of that, for example, is when engineers come to look at Paradigm. It was originally developed for quarries and open and surface mining.
Right. Yeah.
Well, inevitably, an underground miner is going to come along and say, well, why can't I have something that does that? And so we said, well, that's a good question. What can we do in the underground? And so we now find that it's developing to handle applications in the underground as well as the surface. And that's just the nature of software. It's like a coral reef.
Yeah.
It starts off small and then it just keeps growing. As long as you keep feeding it, it keeps growing.
Well, that's a whole other topic about keeping it fed these days. But what about like usability? Like you mentioned, making it so essentially more people that aren't. There's someone that had 40 years of experience. Well, some of those people aren't around now, and you've got a younger workforce coming in. I've had all kinds of conversations about people trying to attract people at every discipline in mining. It's a real challenge.
Yeah.
What about usability? How has that evolved? Where is it at now?
Well, it's an engineering tool, so it's not designed to be the easiest tool. However, it's quite accessible. It's laid out in the ribbon type format that people familiar with Microsoft type applications would have, like Excel or Word.
Yeah.
And so people are pretty familiar with the interface, people that are generally computer literate.
Yep.
But it is a CAD-like program where you need to be careful about what you do in it. But I think the learning curve isn't that steep for someone that's pretty well versed in blasting and can use a computer.